after this. This is the last time I'll bother trying. I've tried about 4 streams or 5 streams and now it's just gone stupid, so we'll see how we go. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Okay. Okay. We'll see how we go. Rightio. Yeah, it's obvious. Obviously. Something's going on. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Okay. Come on. Girl. Okay. Rightio. I have no idea why it's doing this, but it just seems that whenever somebody else is streaming, it tends to take everything from me. So I don't know how that happens, but it's just not very easy. So I don't know. Sorry, Simon, who are you talking to, me or the horse? Probably the horse, maybe. Hopefully you're talking to the horse, because I don't know anybody called Simon, unfortunately. I have no idea who baby girl is, but it could be her, maybe Szara. I hope so. She's the only baby girl here, aren't you? So we're having technical difficulties again. Everything technically difficult. Everything that's technically difficult that could possibly happen is, okay, Simon, I'm figuring maybe you're a troll or something. Are you a troll? I don't know. I have no idea who you are. So, unfortunately, I don't know you. But, the sky in the United States is so clear and lovely. No, I'm not in the United States. I'm in Australia. Come on. Listen, good girl. Okay, I'm going to... Sorry for the technical difficulties. I hope everything is fine. If anyone's being ridiculous in the chat, then, well, whatever. I'll just find out who you are and I'll report you. I've had enough of stupid people this week. And whoever's sending these people, well, good on you. You must have a very boring life and you should probably go get a life if that's the case. Because I don't know what your problem with the world is, but I don't have time for it. So anyhow, I'm going to get moving. What's that sound? Big truck? Relax. Head down. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Girl. Drop and relax. Relax. Now she took off before she's supposed to. So I'm not happy about that. The other thing I forgot to do was check my girth. My girth is a bit loose. I'll just go around for a quick, walk. going to knock that one down. We're just going to keep her going so she's lifting those legs up. I want to see. Oh, turn around there, won't go back. That was on me. I didn't force that to go where it needed to go. She doesn't want to go over, so she doesn't want to do the work. That's okay. Don't blame her. I'm just going to sit a spot for a minute. Touch on. Oops. Right. Just having a bit of a time. Yeah, I'm going to have to... You will... Good job. Bit loose on that. She's loosened up with her girth. So that's a bit loose and I can feel it moving a little bit more than it needs to. So we're going to just give that a little bit more tightness there. We were quite loose. Quite loose. About a foot off what we needed. So when she did that little canter there, she released a lot of air in the gut, and I was able to feel that go on there. I'm going to ask you to go. Oh, come on, there. Up there. There. Girl. Yep. I'll just get her to stretch out again. So I want to just make sure that that's not too tight. Up. Turn. Turn. Just cross your backs. Come on. Just cross your backs. Good girl. Nice. This side. Come on. Just cross your back. Come on, love. We want to make sure she's going to crisscross both front and back. We want the back to cross over the forward. If we feel to cross that back over on this side, so I want to find out what that's about. There we go. If they don't want to cross their back legs, sometimes it can be because they're a bit stiff in the hind end. Or it could even be that there's something wrong in the front end. So you always want to make sure that they're able to do that. Nice stretch, good girl. Other side, we stretch. Come on, stretch this way. This side, come on. Nice stretch. Good girl. Nice stretch. Yep, yep, yep. Good job. Good girl. Lift up. Good girl. Nice stretch forwards. Lovely. Up. Come on, love. Come on. Love, come on. Being stubborn. So we'll get her to step back and find out if she's being stubborn or she's just sore maybe. Stretch out. Good girl. Yeah, she's okay. Alright, so she's a little bit, she doesn't really want to listen very much today. So that may just be late in the afternoon. And in another hour time, it's dinner time, and she just says, I don't want to do anything. But I still want her to start getting back into work, so we are going to keep going. And I'll just get her to do some walking first of all, and then a bit of trotting. Go from there. And I'll just make sure everyone's behaving themselves well today. I don't reward my horses with food. Yeah, that's not how I work, but especially when you've got ponies, they don't need the high sugar intake, especially this time of year. When it's starting to get spring grass, Arabians like her, they literally, it's like a car that runs on the smell of an oily rag. She runs on just looking at grass. She'll pop on weight. So we've got to keep her as sugarless as we possibly can. The other things with an Arabian mix is if you have too much sugar in their diet, they become very hot and they can be quite hard to handle because they have quite an attitude, of Arabs. And she's got a mix of Arabian and Welsh mountains, so she is very much more on the Arabian side of things as far as the personality goes, which is okay. But thanks, Sasha. But yeah, hi Anna, how are you doing? And Butterfly, welcome back. Yeah, I've got dogs in the background. I just don't let them out while I'm riding because they want to carry on and be silly. And I've also got the miniature pony out, so I don't really want to. I'll get on the other side. I don't really want to do too much with letting the miniature pony anywhere near the dogs because he does not like dogs. He doesn't take kindly to them. So I don't want to cause any issues or problems allowing them out. And we'll get back. In. Standing. Standing. Now my knees. Bit hard climbing up without the block because my knees are sore. But anyway. Yep. Come on. She doesn't want to go. Turn it this way then. Over. Yeah, I really think she's getting out of the saddle is working better. Hopefully the internet won't drop out again, but if it does, look guys, if it does, it can't be helped. I'm going to ask her to keep going. Yeah. Let that a little late. That was on me, but we'll try this way and see. Bring her in a bit. Try and settle down for this moment. Just walk for a second. Made a couple of little canters there in that direction. Unfortunately, I can't do much about the footage. That's just how it is. What I want to do here is slow down there with my seat, turn around. Whoa! That was a huge jump. She jumped a lot higher than she needed to there. I nearly come off. That was big for her. Walking slow, nice and slow. She kind of went in a big, dramatic jump then. Far bigger than I was anticipating. Okay, she's got to keep cantering. And I want to slow down. We're just going to slow down. Just going to turn in and slow down a little bit and just walk for a little moment. See, I'm going a bit too quick for me. I'm just not ready. I'm going to walk over. Walk over nice and easy. Good girl. Good job. Good job. Woo. It's a lot of work when you're doing even a small jump like that. That's a fairly decent sized jump for me and her because we haven't been doing it for a long time. But what's he doing over there? But yeah, that was a little bit. Well, it was a little bit that was like kind of quick for me. So she did that really big jump. I was not anticipating that. I didn't feel it till right before she did it, and then by the time I felt it, I was too slow to react. Well, comes a bunch of cockroaches. Bless you, Bubby. Bless you. she's probably tired from that. A bit tired? A bit tired? I'm a little bit tired. A little bit tired. But yeah, I'm just going to take a minute to just think about what's just happened. That was a lot for me. I haven't done stuff like that much cantering and jumping. I've got a mouthful of fur. That was pretty girl. So basically, she's a great little horse, but I don't have good balance, so that was a little bit weird. Okay, so Sasha, I'm really thinking, what do you mean, let the dogs taste her legs and they will never bother her? I don't understand why you would say something like that. I think you may be a troll, so I'm just going to hide you on this channel. Sorry, you can watch, but you can't participate because I don't like the way you're going. I don't think it's nice to suggest things like that at all. I think it's not a cool thing to do. But maybe you don't understand horses, I don't know. You might be a young person, I don't know, but seems to me like you're a troll, and anyone else who wants to be stupid and be a troll, I will kick you off, I have no problem. So her name is Szara, S-Z-A-R-A, that's her name. And she's an Arabian cross with a Welsh, and she is 16 years old. And she is predominantly a trail horse. She used to do a lot of jumping, but we don't jump anymore due to injuries with just exactly what that other person was talking about. She had some dogs attack her and rip her legs apart. So, and that was not a pleasant thing. It was no laughing matter whatsoever. So I don't really think it's a good idea to suggest that you let dogs attack horses and hope for the best, because whilst the two dogs who set upon her didn't come off too well, she also didn't come off too well, and she was ripped to shreds, and it was a lot of money and time for her to heal, and a lot of money for the vet to come out and have to help her. So it was costly, and it took away from being able to get enough feed. So it was kind of like a really terrible thing that happened, and basically she'd been through the ringer, and that happened about, maybe 4 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago. I don't even know how long ago. But that poor girl went through hell. And she's actually pretty good, because my kelpies go near her and she doesn't react to them. If I was her, I'd probably kick any dog that came within a foot of me, but she doesn't. She's very good. But what I don't like is when we are out and about, she doesn't have a good reaction anymore. She used to be fine around dogs out and about, but now she's very wary after what's occurred with her and after what she went through. So you can't blame her for that. So yeah, it wasn't very pleasant, poor girl. But I think that she does well to not have a go at any dogs. Like, she doesn't touch my dogs. I got one kelpie that does like to race around, and that's why I've got them locked up right now. Whenever I ride, I keep them away. Unless I'm riding out, then they can stay out in the yard here, but I don't take them with me when I go out with the horses. These days you can't do that kind of thing, because well, the road is treacherous out here. People are crazy when they're driving. They don't slow down. They'll come up right behind you and bip right up the back of your horse. And lucky she's a horse who, for the most part, doesn't spook at stuff like that, because she's used to traffic all the time. But if you do ever go on a drive and you see horses out and about, slow down and just be careful around them, because even the best horses, anything can happen, and you don't want to end up a horse running into your vehicle, or your vehicle running into a horse, because it won't end well. Just going for a walk. But let's get back. I'm going to see if I can muster up the courage to get back on. I might not be able to, but I'm a bit sore actually after that. Come on, love. Okay. Darling. Oh, come on. Come on, bub. Come on. Come on, dear. Over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. She says, I think I'll go around. Hey, come. Oh. Over go. Good girl. And she is a horse that does listen to voice command. She will go where you ask her, and she'll do any exercises you ask her to do. You don't have to have a saddle or bridle or anything. I often work Liberty with her, and it might take 5 or 10 minutes to get her attention when you do Liberty, which means you virtually have nothing. You don't use a halter or a rope or anything. You just walk in and you just work with her. So she's a horse that's very good at verbal command, and understands very well what you're saying. And she is one that will listen really well. And if you're out on a trail, she's an excellent horse on the trail as well. She's fantastic. She's not, she's got a lot of guts and a lot of heart. And if you point her over a creek or a river or anything, she'll go in and do what you ask. Even if she's frightened, she'll do it. She's just got a good heart, this girl. Haven't you, bub? Say, I do. Say, yes, I do. I do. All right, now I'm going to see if I can go back again and see if I can just at least feel relaxed enough to do a little bit of trotting. Yep. Troppy. Hey, Troppy. Hey, Troppy. What I want her to do is to stand nice and still for me when I mount, though. She has a habit, and she has been like this for 16 years. Stand. She's always done it. Belonged to a riding school, and they got rid of her real quick because she was too fast and too forward. Little good girl. So I like to make her stand nice and still for a moment before I do anything. Don't want her to think she can just walk off and run off whenever she likes. And we haven't worked with one another for this, much intensity for a long time. I literally had about 3 years where I didn't even ride her. We just had a bit of a disconnect there because I was working on another horse. So we've got to really get back to learning one another again. And she's such a beautiful girl. Walk on. Sweetheart. Just want to walk nice and easy there. Go for a nice walk for a bit. You don't need to rush. Go 100 miles an hour. Lovely. She's picking her feet up nicely now. Stop. She's raising her head up a little. She's apprehensive about doing things. Probably a bit tired. A lot of work. An older horse. It's not a spring chicken anymore. We're not going to worry about the jump. We're just going to go around it and circle it. Practice this thing with our rein. Go this way again. Up there. I just want to get her to practice her feet, little circular little drill. And then I'm going to just do a couple of laps where I'm not even holding the reins. I'm just going to let her practice with my hands behind my back. This is a trust exercise. go steering with my feet now. My hands are behind my back. I steer to go back to my middle. And we've got some kind of horsefly having a go at her. So she's just up the ante there. If it keeps chasing us, I think it's a bot fly of some kind. It keeps causing a problem. I'm going to go round. Whoa. She's upset because there's some kind of fly here. She's upset because there's a fly. I'm just going to watch out for that. And it's having a go at it again. It's going to keep attacking and bothering, so we're going to turn back this way. And I pop my hands up, use my feet to guide, and turn this direction here. I'm going to go round that outside and turn back towards the other direction. So I'm going to use my legs to control that. I'm going to use our seat. Use our seat. And I'm trying to trust it. She's listening. And we're going to woo. And come up the park and there, woo. Good girl. We've definitely got some kind of fly coming at us. She's swishing like crazy, and she also did this big little hump there, so I'm going to have a bit of a look. See if I can spot what this is. What is it, bub? Stand there. Nothing in the tail. I see nothing in the tail. Nah. Whatever it was that was bothering her, it seems to have disappeared. So she had a little bit of a hump there when she was. But the good thing is, see, I like to steer with my feet and keep my feet as my steering wheel as much as possible, because I like to keep their head more as a last resort, because it's a strain on the head and the neck. So I like to use my feet to communicate with her, and she's very good at that. Becky, Becky, good girl, back. Just a little bit further. Becky, Becky. Back. Yeah, I just need to keep on practicing my balance. My balance isn't good, so. But she's done a good job. I'm not going to force her to do much more this afternoon. I think she's done pretty well, and I think that will do for this afternoon. I'll probably, if the weather's good tomorrow, I might come back out tomorrow and do a bit with her, and hopefully that will be something that we can enjoy together. It's looking like it may get rainy and cloudy soon, so I mean, she's had about 25 minutes of, well, probably not even that, probably about 20 minutes of work. But when you haven't been working very much, that's a good chunk for an old girl to begin with. So I'm going to take her tack off. Good girl. And then I'm going to let her have a bit of a roll. And then I'm going to catch the little fella and bring him in for a bit, and we'll go and do a bit of work with him, because he's gotten away without having to do any work this week. So I'll bring him in and we'll do a little bit with him. Actually, that can stay where it is. Ready, love, drop? Up, down. Good girl. There we go. Good job. She'll have a big roll. There we go. Good girl. Say goodbye to your saddle. Let's see if she has a bit of a drop and roll there. You can go now, sweetheart. You can have it roll. Yeah, look at the hair coming off of her. She's shedding like crazy. You can tell summer's coming. That was a fairly good little workout for her, and good enough for me. I'm a bit tired from that. So I'll grab Szara and move her out, and then I'm going to get Tocky boy over here to come with me in a minute and do some, where is he? I can't see him. There he is. Looks a bit small there, but I'll grab him in a minute. We're just going to take her back home. Come on, love. Didn't sweat too much, but it is a cold day. Good girl. Just having a little bit of a grass there. Actually, we don't need to lock that up. Right, come on, love. Off we go, girl. That's what's going on. Stop, settle down. Like to separate his cheeks up. We're going to pop him out into the we'll pop him out into the thing. Hey Skelly, how you doing? So good afternoon everyone who I haven't spoken to. Hello. I can't really do much with chat while I'm working the horses, so I'll have a bit of a read where I can. But if I can't, well, I can't do anything about it. Yep. I'll let him be where he's going. Pop this back over here. We'll do a little bit of work with Tock and see if we can't. I don't know how good this reception's going to be, but I don't dare move the camera from where it's at because it doesn't seem to be working. Very good. Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of walkies for him. Lift up. Come on, lazy boy. Yep. Come on. He says, I don't know. Come on. Boy. Oh, come on. You're cheeky. It's being silly. So there's a couple of horses next door that he's watching. Anyway, this is Tocky. And Tocky is 5 years old. And Tocky thinks he's a stallion. He's definitely not. He's just a gelding. Well, we think he's not gelded, but we don't know if the job was done fully as well as it should have been. So Tocky is sometimes difficult to handle. He is a handful. He's got his own mind and he can be quite dominant sometimes as a young little fella. He's a good boy. And he's shedding an awful lot of hair right now, so I'm going to quickly pop some of that out of there. He's not wanting to listen, so we're going to get his attention now. And I'll get him to go for a couple of rounds around here just to get him to listen. When horses don't want to listen, the best thing you can do is ask them to move their feet. So we're going to do that. Get my extension so he doesn't come at me from over there. Walkie walk. Good boy. And before we go anything with anything, we're just going to do a couple of very small exercises so that you can see that he knows when it's work time. We ask him to come in. Walk on. Come in. Good boy. And walk. Give him a nice rub. It associates this with my arm. So when I'm directing with using this, if I need to direct him further out, I can. And that way we can get him to do a bit of a longer loop when he's out and about. Go, go. Up. And ask him to move on. Now he's a pretty good boy. He will listen pretty well. I'll bring the camera in here and hopefully it won't cut out. We'll soon see if it's going to cut out. Probably will cut out, but that's not much I can do. And I'll just stand here with it. Hope for the best. Turn it round. I'm getting covered in hair here. And we'll see what we can do. Get him to move up. Up, Tocky. Walk on. Good boy. He's generally pretty good with listening. He's good with his turn. If you ask him to turn, he's really good. We just want him to walk and settle. He does have a habit of trying to run as soon as you start asking him for work. He wants to go fast. We don't want that happening. We want to slow things down. Because he's young, we just want to walk. And turn. Turn. Good boy. Turn. Other direction. Good boy. Let's go. Walk on out. Outside edge. Outside edge. Go back out. Back out. Good boy. So get him to go out to the outer edge as much as I can. The way that I do that is just have my extension there to just let him know what way we're going. There we go. And how we want to go. And we're going to ask him to trot then. And he's very good. He goes into a trot nicely. And now he's being a bit defiant. So you can see there that little attitude coming through. He's a teenage pony, meaning he's only young. He's a 5-year-old. And he'll try to do the I'm going to drop and roll thing with me. Occasionally, he'll cut in and he'll try and do a like this. He'll give me a nod there. That's not a good nod. That nod is a very territorial, very much I'm going to be the boss. And put him back this way. He's trying to go past me that way. I said no. We're going in this direction first. I want him to listen and just give me his mind there. Trot. Trotting. I don't mind if he cuts a little bit. If he cuts too much, then we're going to have to force back out on the edge. Up. Get up, good boy. Up. And look at this, he's facing me because he's challenging me. Even though he's backing back, it's good he's backing, but he's giving me that nod. So we want to correct that. We want to turn him and make him, now look, he's going to give the nod, but he is leaving and moving back out. So if he was in a herd with another horse and he did that nod towards the dominant horse, he could get himself a good wallop, kick or a bite for that behaviour. So he gets it pretty easy with me. If he did that with the girls, they're going to grab him and give him a bit of a hiding. That's what happens in the horse perk. Now, he's trying it again, so I'm going to say no. I'm going to get a little bit more forceful with my body language, and also I'm going to crack that, make a bit of a sound behind him. So I just want him to listen. He doesn't want to go, so I'm going to change directions now. Up. Ask him to go in the other direction. Yep. Turn your butt and up. He knows that I'm trying to hold on to something, and he can see that I'm kind of preoccupied with other things. So he's trying to take advantage of that. He'll probably give me a nod up here. Tends to do it around the gate area. Maybe not. He's actually done the opposite. Yeah, there we go. We get a nod. Turning, and now I'll turn him. Every time he nods, I'm going to turn him and make him go in that direction. Good boy. He's going to nod again. There we go. He nodded to the outside edge. So that's a nice way of him telling me. He's not facing me to tell me. He's just telling me. It's a bit nicer than him facing at me. I'm going to ask him to hook on and come forward to me. Here he comes. Good boy. Tocky, here. We'll just sit for a minute and let him have a think about everything. He's going to have some food. So with him, he's a bit out of work. He's not exactly wanting to do much. He's a pretty lazy boy too, but also he can be quite defiant, and he doesn't always want to listen. So we like to just do a little bit at a time with him. We don't want to push him and push him and push him and then have an explosion where he can't handle too much. And because I haven't been working him regularly, I need to start doing a little bit at a time, 5-10 minutes, and then increasing it each time. But I've got to be more consistent. If I'm not consistent, then with a horse like him, it's going to take a lot longer. If I become consistent with him, he's going to do a lot better. And he's really having a lovely day. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. If you're still there, Skelly, how's your song going? I did check and have a look on your channel. I couldn't see it, but... And he's quite relaxed at the moment. So he's enjoying... He's let down after having a little bit of work. And what we're going to start doing with him, or what I'm going to try to start doing with him when I feel I can be fully consistent, is I will start to do some long reining again and get him back ready to do, ready to start looking towards going back in the cart, getting the cart happening. I got a nice little cart in the shed. It's been sitting there waiting. It's virtually brand spanking new. I've only used it twice. So I'm keen to get that happening. It's a nice lightweight little cart and see how he goes with that. I did train him previously on a wooden cart, which was an older one, but I've since sold that. So it was an antique and it was just too nice to be used as a project cart, because if it got broken, well, you can't get it back. So but he's having a nice little rest there, and we'll let him do that. Hopefully he'll enjoy the rest of his afternoon. We've got to watch him in springtime. We've got to watch all the horses here in springtime. Even Ellie, as big as she is, it's really funny here. It gets really green or it gets really, really dry and red earth only. So we just got to watch it when it gets really green, because when we get a lot of greenery, what happens is we end up with horses that become they get too fat too quick, and they can have a thing called founder, which is laminitis. It's their feet become heated up, and it causes all sorts of problems with their pedal bone, and it can actually result in the pedal bone falling through the hoof and all sorts of other problems with lameness. So you don't want to give horses way too much to eat, and that's why I always say to people will say, oh, can I give your horse a carrot and stuff when they come, and I don't tend to do that very often. It's once in a blue moon that we ever give anything like apples or carrots, because there's a high sugar content. So we just try to avoid anything that is too sugary, especially for smaller horses and ponies. Some small ponies like him, some minis are really good with it. They don't have a problem. He's been good. He's never foundered, but he does. That doesn't mean he can't. It doesn't mean he can't founder at some point. So he does, he needs to lose a bit of weight now. And we've just come through winter. There's been minimal feed, but he's still been able to stack a good few pounds on. Whoops. Tuk tuk! Oh my goodness. What's going on? Hey! Hey! Hey, boys! Tuk 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 tuk. Hey! Tuk 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 tuk. There you go. Come here, come here. Check your time. Chickens, come on. Here, tuk 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 tuk. Good Lord. He's going to have a roll now. You going to have a roll? Oh, he heard me talking. He'll have a nice little roll. Hey, Ian, welcome back. Well, I thought he was going to have a roll. He started pouring to have a roll, but he's decided not to. Still quite cool here. I can hear some motorbikes coming past. It's kind of good that I'm right next to a road, because they get so used to big sounds. Oh, they got scared of those motorbikes. Oh, now if you could see that, but the girls in the background got a little bit scared then. Zara, what's up? Oh, the kangaroos. Okay, I'm going to see if you can see it, but there's a bunch of kangaroos bouncing around over there. See those? There they go. The whole pod's going. There's a heap of them. Off they go. Bit far away, but that's a big pod. I wondered when I was going to see them today. There's a few more there. Down there. So that might have been what the girls were jumping away from, not the actual motorbikes, from the roos. He's our favourite boy. Hello, buddy. Yeah, Skippy was a great show. It was really good back in the day. I used to like a show called Secret Valley. They had horses on Secret Valley and they had motorbikes. They had everything. It was about a camp. I don't know if you remember that show, Ian, but it was back in the early 80s, Secret Valley. Simone Buchanan was in it. There was a character called Spider McGlurk, and then there was, Mike. Someone called Mike. Oh, there was a few different people on it. I remember with Skippy, the boy's name was Sonny, and Ken was the helicopter pilot, I think, and the ranger, what was his name? Can't remember. But Skippy was a great show. The theme song was really good too. Yeah, I got on her this morning. I was a little bit apprehensive because she was a little bit carrying on, but they're both coming into season, so I've got both of them fighting like crazy. I may have to separate them again, like I did last year. Because spring is in the air, they're getting a little bit frisky with one, and they're basically attacking each other, so I'm going to have to watch out. She's just over there in the background. There she is. Miss Ellie! Can't really see her because of the round yard, but she went good today. Like she went much better with the bridling today. She was really no drama. I don't mind going slow. My rider was supposed to come out but didn't get to make it today. She wasn't feeling well, so we ended up having to postpone. So hopefully next week she can come through. How's Trixie today? Ooh. I'm coming up to the 1 hour mark. I'm going to cut this short in about 2 minutes. I'm going to finish up. I've got to start doing my afternoon chores and things. But it's been great out here. It's been nice. The weather hasn't been too hot, so I've been able to sort of cope with the weather pretty good today. But thanks to everybody for coming in and saying hi and watching the horses. And I hope everybody's having a really good weekend. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the rest of your weekend. And stay safe, everybody. And, yeah, be kind to one another. All right, then. I'll catch everybody a bit later. I'm glad to hear Trixie is warm. Yeah, that's good. You want to keep warm today. It is cool down here. I don't know what it's like up there, but it's cool down here. So, everyone have a great afternoon. Oh, hey, how you going? How's everything going over the weekend for you? Hope you're going well. You always you just always, we're like passing ships in the night. I get you just when I'm about to finish up. You always come on just as I'm going to finish. It's just the timing, but that's okay. It was good to see you on Lean Bear's channel the other day too, so that was really cool. But I'm just, it's what, 3:42 in the afternoon, so I'm going to start going, and I actually have a vegetable patch that I'm trying to pop some shade cloth on at the moment, because I did plant a few new plants and they ended up, the frost got to them, most of them, so... Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're doing well. I like that song that Matt was working on. That song of yours. That was a beautiful song. You've got some lovely music. Really lovely music. Much. I appreciate music like that a lot. You're a storyteller. That's what it is. You tell stories. Okay, well, thank you to everybody who came on, and thanks to everyone who gave me a like. I appreciate that. Have a great rest of the weekend. I may come on later on, I don't know, but I'll see how I feel. If not, I'll catch you whenever. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Bye for now. Thank you so much.